This week on the Jock and Nerd podcast, Marvel cast their She-Hulk for Disney Plus and Kang the Conqueror for Ant-Man 3.
Geek boner.
We got new trailers for WandaVision and The Mandalorian as Black Widow and the entire Phase 4 of the MCU gets delayed again.
What?
DC announces a Suicide Squad HBO MAX spinoff show, renews the Harley Quinn cartoon, and it's the end for Supergirl on the CW. Plus a review of season 1 and 2 of Cobra Kai on Netflix and a whole bunch more, all in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Thursday, September 24th, 2020.
This is Jason Mewes, and for reasons best left between you and your therapist, you're listening to the Jock and Nerd podcast, Snooch to the Nooch.
Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up. We jockin', we nerdin'. We funny, disturbing. We jockin', we nerdin'. We spoiler alert. Oh yeah. We jockin', we nerdin'. We funny, disturbing. Oh yeah. I'm jockin', we nerdin'. We spoiler alert. You know what's up.
Hey. What's happening, listener? Welcome to the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we give you comic book and superhero TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's a nerd.
And joining us is a puppet who has a black belt, not in karate, but in crazy. It's
God.
Rug Boy. That's the worst term ever.
Wax on and then I whack off.
And whack it right off. Well, it was either going to go karate or crazy, Anthony, or I was going to be, here's a puppet who's got a black belt, not for karate, but just to hold his pants up. Keeps it, I don't know.
I thought it would be not for karate, but for bukkake.
For bukkake.
That
There it
would've worked better.
was. Oh my God, I missed the obvious bukkake joke.
Yeah.
Nothing like a good bukkake joke.
It's nothing like a good bukkake joke.
Yes, another art that comes from Japan.
Yes, just like
Is
karate.
bukkake technically a baby shower?
Oh God, we've already done this.
Oh shit.
Yes,
Have I said that before?
That is just,
Yes,
that's
it
as
is.
cheesy as my karate crazy joke. Come on.
That's not as cheesy.
It's not as cheesy. It's bukkake.
Bukkake,
All right,
yes.
look, enough about the bukkake. We got a lot of fun geek news to cover this week. Before we do, I know I said this last week before the episode. I'm going to reiterate because it's important and exciting. The Jock and Nerd podcast now on Amazon Music. Jock and Nerd. I believe Amazon Music's got like 55 million users in the US, UK, parts of Europe.
Wow.
So that's good. And they do the same thing that Spotify does, is that it displays the individual episode artwork. If you go to jockandnerd.com/Amazon Music, you can see the page. And it's nice that it puts, I do hard work making a new graphic for each episode. Spotify shows it. Amazon shows it. Not a lot of the other places show it. It's kind of annoying.
Fuck them.
Fuck them all if they can't
The fuck?
take a joke. I haven't added the embellishments.
but come on.
It's still clean. I'm sorry.
Too clean.
I got lazy. I'm not doing anything all week. I still
Yeah.
didn't do it.
What do you have to do?
I still didn't
What
do
are
it.
you doing?
Oh, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of working from home, a little bit
Other
of
than doing everything for the show, what do you have to do?
swinging a mace around.
Are you still swinging that mace
Oh,
around?
I have a kettlebell now. I'm going to start that.
Do you look like Thor yet?
I do not. I look like Fat Thor, though, in Endgame. If,
It's an
that's-
improvement.
It's a start.
Except if Fat Thor was scrunched to half his size in terms of height.
Right.
Yeah, because I have a black belt and I wear it directly below my nipples. I'm jumping to the joke already, Anthony.
I always used to joke about that.
So
at
you
the
can't.
office.
I already did it to myself. Yes.
What?
Is that a belt or a turtleneck?
That's the shortest shirt I've ever seen. Look, Pakistan. My Pakistani jeans have gifted me with a short torso. What
Just
can I
buy
say?
high-waisted pants, and you'll instead of actually doing it.
During quarantine, I've just been wearing mom pants from Old Navy. It's great. They're already high waisted. Mom jeans. Just imagine me,
It makes
listener.
your legs look longer.
Yes, and it lengthens. It's all about the lengthening. Anyways, you can listen to us on Amazon Music, you fucks. Let's get to the news.
The Jock and Nerd podcast.
Okay, got a lot of exciting Marvel Disney news. Let's start with The news that She-Hulk on Disney Plus has been cast.
Geek Boner.
Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk will be played by the star of Orphan Black, Tatiana Maslany. I fucking love this pick. Anthony, do you know who this lady is?
I don't know who she is.
She is amazing. Ruggs, have you ever watched The Orphan Black?
I think I watched the first 5 episodes of Orphan Black, and I thought she was a very good actress.
There's 5 seasons. I've watched them all. I fucking love that show. It's about clones. Anthony, Tatiana Maslany on Orphan Black plays anywhere from 8 to 20 versions of herself.
Oh, shit.
Okay, this show is about clones. There are scenes in this TV show where there's 5 of her on the screen, all a different clone with a distinct personality, and you forget that it's just her doing all the roles. She is so good at doing these different characters.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
I've heard good things.
Super talented. So I think this is a great pick. Ruggs, how do they do this, though? Practically, you had an interesting idea.
I don't know, because this is what confuses me. It's not... Tatiana's fine. She's a good actress. I'm sure she's going to be great, but
she's a normal-sized woman.
She's diminutive size. Yeah. She's small. She's a small girl. And I think they did that on purpose. Maybe it's by design. They wanted a very small girl to contrast against, She-Hulk.
Sure.
But the thing about She-Hulk is usually She-Hulk all the time.
Jennifer Walters loves being She-Hulk because
she doesn't like to be, regular sized Jen.
Because unlike Bruce, her cousin Bruce, she still has her intellect and her confidence and her mind and personality.
So why does she want to do this? It's like being cast in The Mandalorian. No one gets to see you.
Boss Logic has done a couple of pieces, What was your idea? You tweeted something. I thought that was interesting.
I think that, look, to do a She-Hulk in CG, full CG for TV, I don't see that happening budget wise. But in the advent of all this deep fake technology where you can just face swap people.
Oh my God.
You get deep fake stuff is crazy, by the way.
Yeah. And it looks better than CG.
Yeah.
For face stuff. So you could get a female athlete that's tall and buff and basically they could face swap her. The only thing that's a little bit touchy is that the actress that's there has to actually do the acting.
Well, now Smart Hulk in the MCU at an Endgame looks like Ruffalo. Anthony, what do you think? How do you think how should they do this? What do you think would work?
I mean, as far as making her She-Hulk on screen,
yes.
I think Marvel is going to invest in making this work on the small screen. So I think the only way is the CGI, the mocap CGI. I mean, I just think, especially these are only I think 8 episodes or 6.
8 episodes.
I think we're gonna get, and they're going to be half-hour long.
And they have the budget of a movie, like $150 million, to spend on a show.
And they might not be that long. So I think they're just going to try to invest a ton of money in it and make it look the same as TV. Because the only thing is, if they don't and it looks like S.H.I.E.L.D., which Imran loves, then it won't work.
No, it's got to look like...
It's going to eat up a lot of the budget, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be HBO-level production and look fucking smooth.
I think the amount, I think 50 million is going to have to go into at least 50 million is going to have to
just for the effect.
Yeah.
Dude, Maslany is amazing. If you haven't, check out Orphan Black. I'm really excited that she's part of this because you could be assured that her performance is going to be perfect, and she's a badass lawyer. So it'll be exciting to see her come to life. Did you know Marvel created Spider-Woman and She-Hulk for a really weird reason? It was for trademark reasons.
Oh, shit.
Stan Lee created Spider-Woman in 1977 because he realized Marvel didn't own the trademark to Spider-Woman. He said, some other company may quickly put out a book like that and claim they have the right to use the name. I thought we better do it real fast to copyright the name.
I thought you were going to keep reading his voice.
No, I can't. Ruggs does it better. Spider-Man. And then She-Hulk, created in 1980 with John Buscema. This was because the TV show was such a hit on CBS, they were afraid the network would create a She-Hulk show. And if they did, they could own the She-Hulk IP and they wouldn't have to give Marvel any money. ABC just did this to the $6 Million Man with their spinoff Bionic Woman in the 80s. So They just
But
created
did
a
they
She-Hulk.
trademark Hulk Girl?
Well, now that's the thing. They got to do She-Hulk, Hulk, She-Hulk girl, him Hulk, he Hulk, her Hulk. You're going to have to do all of them.
They Hulk.
They Hulk, we Hulk, us Hulk. We all
Don't forget
Hulk.
the they Hulk.
Listener,
Hulk Hogan?
Terry,
Zer Hulk. I don't know.
Terry, what do you think?
Zim Hulk.
Listener, let us know what you think of this She-Hulk casting. Are you excited? Does it give you geek boner?
Geek boner.
Floppy Jock.
Or floppy jock? Join our Facebook group. It's called the Jock and Nerd Nation. It's closed. It's exclusive just for you. You can invite your friends, listener. All they got to do is click a button that says they agree
Tell a
to
friend.
the terms. Tell a friend. Play telephone. Tell a friend.
The geekery.
Pick
This
your
is the
nose.
Jock and Nerd podcast.
That's
My name is
right.
Imran.
Wait, are we starting over again? What is this? The end?
it's over.
What happened? Oh, see you
It was
next
over.
time. Bye. Fuck, you just triggered the ending. No, join the Facebook group. I got to say, shout out, hello to a new member, Mark Munoz, joined this week.
That is my.
Jock and
I
Nerd.
guess he's technically my uncle, but I consider him a cousin.
Oh, he's your cousin uncle.
I didn't know he joined though.
That's great.
He's a kunkle.
He's a kunkle.
He's a kungle.
Kunkle Mark, glad to have you. Get spill some dirt on Anthony. Send us an email. Post something in the Facebook
He's
group.
got I think he's got like a cassette tape of me singing 12 Days of Christmas when I was like 3.
Send that into the show immediately.
Yeah, please send it in. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's really good.
It's really good. Please send that in. We need to play that on the show. Welcome.
Yeah,
More.
it's really good.
It's really good.
I'm pumped.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
More casting news, guys. Ant-Man 3 has added a major player, Jonathan Majors. Oh, see, I didn't mean to do that.
Did you mean?
No, I didn't mean to do that because this is Jonathan Majors, who is right now in Lovecraft Country, and
Everyone loves him in that.
he is fucking great in that show. He's also in the Five Bloods. Apparently, it's revealed that he will be playing fucking Kang the Conqueror
Oh,
Is
shit.
that true or is it just
Geek boner.
speculation?
in Ant-Man 3. It says
I think it's like heavily
rumors.
rumored, yeah.
Deadline is
And they think that Kang will be the next like overpowering villain across.
well, he's a big heavy. He could be the next Thanos.
Could be, yeah.
Wasn't Kang was he part of the Fox Fantastic Four family? Is that why they can
I
use
thought
him
it was
now?
part of the Wu Kang thing.
Woo Kang. Kang is delicious when you mix it
That's
with
hard
water.
to say, by the way. Try saying that.
It's a lovely orange drink too, and you mix it with water in a glass.
On Skull Island, they got Kang Kong.
They got Kang Kong. Luke Kang.
They got Liu
wins.
Kang on Mortal
Finish
Kombat.
him.
Yeah.
It is. Look, it's a Deadline is reporting the rumor that he's playing Kang. So I feel like
Okay.
he's gonna fucking. He's playing Kang. That's crazy. This guy's great. Lovecraft Country is a fucking fun show. It's very weird and gross. It's got good horror elements. He's fantastic in that. He kind of looks like Kang. I could see him if you put him in that
If he was blue?
yeah, purple and blue
Blue or
outfit.
whatever.
He's got a weird outfit. What do you guys think? You're excited? Why is Ant-Man 3? I thought the Ant-Man were like joke movies. Suddenly they've
Yeah,
become
that-
these important movies.
That's a strange movie to put him in, but I guess it ratchets up the hype for an Ant-Man 3 that really no one's hyped about.
Yeah, I think that raising the stakes and making Ant-Man like integral to introducing a villain, that might add some cachet to Ant-Man. So they need it.
You
I
could
saw something, sorry, I
Yeah.
can run, on Screen Crush, a YouTube channel that I follow, where the guy was speculating that what they're setting up is the Young Avengers.
Whoa.
And
Oh, shit.
Kang
How young?
will be a big part of the
Not that
Young
young.
Avengers and the Avengers because they've already introduced, was it Cassie Lang?
Yes.
They have already introduced Iron Man's daughter.
You got Shuri.
You got Shuri.
Yeah.
You got Kamala Khan who's
You
going
got
to have her own
Kamala
show.
Khan's coming.
So there's a lot of these
Wow.
little tidbits, and a big part of like the Young Avengers is Iron Lad, I believe, who is a descendant of Tony Stark,
Oh.
and
Is he
I think they
British? Is that why he's Iron Lad?
Iron Lad, right? I think,
I'm
and I
Iron
think
Lad.
they might even. There was speculation on Screen Crush they might even tie Kang to Tony in a way and make him a descendant of the Starks,
Oh.
so that they're fighting the evil villain in this is actually a Stark
From the future.
from the future, right?
It's like Game of Thrones with time travel. You could launch the Fantastic Four in here somewhere if you wanted to also. The Young Avengers, that's exciting. Ant-Man 3, suddenly you're like, oh shit, I want to see.
But yeah, Kang the Conqueror. is
I
cool.
want to see Kang.
What do you guys like Kang the Conqueror?
I mean, he's always around in the periphery. He wasn't like, I don't remember him being a major villain until like recently in the Avengers comics. But where is he? Where is he? Basically, he was like in the Fantastic Four a lot, right?
Yeah,
A lot of time
Fantastic
travel.
Four, Avengers. He's like a guy from the way in the future that just got bored and decided, I've got all this future technology. I'm going to go to the past and just use all the future tech to conquer the past.
You want to know where I know Kang from? Is from the Secret Wars and the Secret Wars figures.
Oh, yeah. There was
So
that
I remember
Kang
he was
figure.
in Secret
Yes.
Wars, and then I remember when the figures came out to support the comics, I had a Kang figure.
I just love his time travel fuckery shenanigans. He's a good villain. He's been around since 1964.
Wow.
Get Kang. He's a conqueror. Get him to conquer some shit.
You know, and they fucked with the time stream, so.
Yeah, so now everything is like, as we noticed, someone commented on our Facebook group too, like Marvel and DC are both doing multiverse, multi-universe shit with all their stuff. So, Ant-Man 3 excited to look forward for whenever the fuck that comes out. You know what's not coming out this year is any fucking Marvel movie.
Oh, shit.
Everything's been pushed back. Phase 4 is the timing is all fucked. Black Widow just announced, and this was anticipated after Wonder Woman moved, after everybody moved. Black Widow now was set to debut on November 6th, will now open May 7th, 2021.
Oh, shit.
That's 2 weeks before Godzilla.
Spring of next year. So that
God
means
damn it.
Eternals, which was going to debut on February 2021, will now gets pushed back to November 2021. And Shang-Chi, Marvel's first film with an Asian lead, has moved from May 2021, that's where Black Widow is, to July 2021. There will be 4 Marvel movies in 2021 if these plans.
So they rearranged the order because that was Black Widow. It was going to be Black Widow, Shang-Chi, or no, Black Widow, Eternals, and Shang-Chi, and now they're making it Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals.
Yes. Oh, shit. They did rearrange the. And then there's still a Spider-Man movie that's supposed to come out in December.
Yeah,
The
there's a lot
third
of stuff.
Spider-Man movie.
Imran, do you think all these movies that come out next in 2021
We'll all deal with the coronavirus.
will the villain be the coronavirus?
Yes.
Imran? What do you think?
Yes, it
Yes.
will. No,
Okay.
no. Well, no, it
Do you
won't.
think they're going to change the West Side Story now to something about coronavirus?
Listen, just put a mask on the Sharks and the Jets. That's all. Put a mask on the Shang-Chi while he's doing fucking karate.
Little side note: West Side Story was very heavily favored to
Yeah,
be
that got pushed back
an Oscar
too.
candidate.
Yeah. Spielberg's first musical.
Yeah.
And I love West Side Story. That's kind of interesting. Like, I would love to see his take on that, if it was modern. I don't know if he's doing a
Well,
modern
you can
or
see it
period
next
piece.
year, maybe.
Yeah, that's getting pushed back and others. So, you guys, what does this tell you? Is this kind of confirmation that the Tenet, New Mutants, Mulan experiment was a failure? It didn't work. They're bailing.
Yeah, I mean, the online distribution didn't really work for Mulan, and the opening at the theaters
A
didn't
big
work for
movie.
Tenet.
Yeah.
So, you know how the movie people are. They got no balls. They just immediately just fucking, just like, you know, they want to protect their investment. So
here's the problem. This for the first.
I thought at first when he was saying the movie people, he was saying people that like movies have no balls, which is why they're not going to the movie theaters. And I would agree.
well, that's it goes both ways. It's like
Oh shit! It
people
goes
don't
both
have the
ways.
balls to go to the movies,
Right.
like me.
Yes.
And then there's the people who have the movies don't want to take the risk. So
yeah.
This is a problem because Black Widow, May 2021, that's 6 months away. Now, these movie theaters, I said this before, they're a little bit fucked even more. They're coming out, they're like, look, we opened up, we're spraying everything down, everything's social distance, it's safe to come out.
Real social distance.
Yeah, you paid for one ticket, you got the whole theater.
Right.
But now,
Oh, shit.
there's no movies. They're not going to survive 6 months. How are they going to pay their bills?
Yeah, it's tough.
There's nothing coming out, and they
I
opened
think
up.
we should make a movie.
We
and
should.
just put it out.
Well, I think we
Well,
should.
you got a video. You have a movie, Imran.
Oh, the one where I was naked?
Yes, that's the movie.
Do I have to track down the student film from 25 years ago? No, we need to make a jock and nerd rug boy movie and just shove it in there.
Imagine we made a movie and it made more money than Tenet
It's not hard right now.
Oh,
or New
shit.
Mutants.
Mulan made
See
some
an
money.
albino penis.
Yeah, it's only in the theaters on the big screen.
Like, we don't only have to get like maybe 100 people to the theater, and then we could
Listen, I can make a
outsell.
movie on
We-
50
like,
grand.
we could be like one of the top selling movies of this year if we just get like maybe like 10 people to go to the movies.
Easily.
Let's do it. Let's see if we can get on the
Easily.
board.
We need a GoFundMe. Come up with a script, Rugs, and we'll start shooting it. We'll start storyboarding.
It'll be like Bill and Ted's.
Yeah. How much could that thing cost? A lot
We'll
of
go
money.
through time
See, a
and
couple
then we'll get
$1 million.
people. Yeah.
Give me $50,000. Also, this year, 2020, will be the first year without a Marvel movie since 2009,
Floppy Jock.
which is also interesting.
Not funny.
Not funny at all.
Not funny.
Okay, but you know what is coming out from Marvel? The only thing we're getting this year, apparently confirmed, is the WandaVision TV show on Disney Plus.
This year?
Yes, this is still confirmed to come out in 2020.
Wow.
They-
I thought the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to be first.
Supposed to be first. That is now pushed back to 2021.
Oh, shit.
The thing I love about Netflix
Yeah.
is that they still got shit coming out like every week.
Every week there's a ton
And
of
Disney
shit.
Plus hasn't had jack shit come out in like months.
So
Did you
Yes.
guys see the honest trailers for streaming?
no,
No.
for
They just
They just
streaming
put that
in
out
general.
like yesterday. Yeah, it was like for all the streaming channels.
Oh
But
my
they
God.
mentioned that they were like, Disney Plus has all this nostalgia
Yeah.
and the promise of some Marvel TV shows in the future.
Eventually, you're
Eventually,
absolutely.
you can watch
Lame.
something else.
Dude, this is ridiculous. We're getting the second season of The Mandalorian in about a month. Marvel should have had fucking 3 shows out right now.
Oh, shit.
What are you doing? You should have been ready.
Well, come on.
They should have
You should have been ready.
They should have staggered. They had The Mandalorian ready. They should have staggered
Well,
a Marvel show right after that.
Yeah, they should have had no like
was before
lulls
all this
in
COVID.
between all this stuff. They should have been like, because look at Netflix, it's just pounding you
They're
in the
pumping
ass
shit
with
out.
things
Yeah.
I like
every
to pound you.
day.
We'll talk about it later in the show. More crap they put out that I watched that's like, okay, it's fun, you know. Anyways, during the Emmys, which is another thing nobody's watching except for me, had the
Big
lowest,
Emmy guy.
lowest ratings. It was interesting. WandaVision had a new trailer. Did you guys catch this trailer, Anthony? What do you think? It's very weird.
It's quite strange. I mean, it's like, it seems to me that Scarlet Witch has created this pocket reality where they're living inside of a sitcom throughout the years.
Yep, throughout the decades.
I mean, I'm trying to kind of figure out how Vision is still alive. I guess she just makes it up. Another little thing I saw on Screen Crush,
Yeah.
and they teased it in this, is
Yeah.
that they have babies who are Wiccan and
The twins. And that
I
was
forget the other fucking baby's name.
Wiccan and there's the shot where they're holding the babies.
Yeah, and they've already said, Fahey said that this is going to tie right into Doctor Strange. So I don't know. It looks interesting. It'll be different from what Marvel usually puts out. Hopefully,
I mean, the budget looks good. Like this looks like quality production. I do kind of love how you see Vision's old school costume, like during the Halloween scene.
Oh,
and
they're
that's,
both wearing, yeah.
Yeah, that's how she
Old
gets
school
hers. Ruggs, what do you think? Does this Geek Boner?
Geek boner.
Floppy
Or
Jock.
Floppy Jock. What do you do?
I'm kind of just like, I'm interested.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, I think this is interesting. It's piquing my interest. I'm not like gung ho, and I'm not like shitting on it. I'm just kind of like, yeah, let's see what happens. I'm going to tune into this and give it a shot. Let's see what happens.
You see, I mean, a lot is writing on this now that if they can get it out this year, but you do see Monica Rambeau for a split second, all grown up.
Oh yeah, she's
from
in it. too.
Captain Marvel, and you see her changing the reality. And I love all the static and the TV references. That lady, Agnes, people are saying she may be Agatha Harkness, who in the comics had tutored Scarlet Witch in magic, and then some House of M Easter eggs, possibly with the wine bottle. This is called something House of M in French, but this gave me geek.
Geek boner.
I'm excited.
It'll be something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy for something new at least.
It's time for them to put a Marvel show out on Disney Plus. This is why everybody bought the Disney
Yeah, I mean,
Plus.
you're right. Like if they
What?
could have had something, everyone's eating up anything that's like even decent.
Yeah.
And new. I mean, even the fucking show we're going to review later isn't new, and
No.
everyone's eating
And
it
it's
up
huge.
because it got on Netflix.
Yeah, so that's all you got to do is get it. Just put it out. Marvel people will eat it up. So yeah, I mentioned Falcon and Winter Soldier has been confirmed for 2021. The Miss Marvel show, which is coming, which I'm very excited for, of course, because I am Miss Marvel.
Talking nerd.
I am Kamala Khan. They have directors for the series. The directors for Bad Boys for Life, Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah, they are going to be directing for Disney Plus, and also joining them, 2-time Oscar-winning Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy and Mira Minan. So it's a diverse list of people writing the show, directing the show. And Obaid Chinoy has directed episodes of The Punisher on Netflix, Titans for DC Universe, and The Walking Dead.
Cool.
But still, so we don't have an actress playing Kamala Khan yet. I thought they would announce it.
You're going to throw your name in the hat?
Tatiana Maslany. I don't, there's a lot of girls out there now.
What about you?
Oh, I should be. Yeah, you know what? If they could deep fake Tatiana Maslany on a big green
I think if you
bodybuilder, they could deep fake me on the girl of a Muslim
if you
teenage
shaved
girl.
your beard and threw it on your bald spot, you would look like Miss Marvel.
Is there a filter for that?
No, you just have to use
shave.
your actual own hair and just transfer it to your
Marvel.
bald spot.
I want to audition for Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, the first Muslim superhero to headline her own comic TV show. This is very exciting for me. And I like the diversity in the directors, but I can play her. Give me a shot.
Good. Definitely.
You put that domino mask on anyone.
Men or women now.
They look great. Yeah. Anything is anything.
Oh, shit.
Anything can be anything.
Up is down, down is up. You know what? This is the way, just like The Mandalorian says. And
those African guys. Do you know Dewey?
Do you know Dewey? That's different. Ugandan Knuckles. That's Ugandan Knuckles.
Oh,
Imagine though they both clashed. They would be like a Mandalorian and then a Ugandan Knuckles.
Oh my God, who would win? Ugandan Knuckles may take out Din Djarin or whatever his fucking name is.
Well, actually, Ugandan Knuckles should go to the Mandalorians and ask them what the way is.
And then the Mandalorian says, "This is the way." But do you know the way? I just told you this is the way. This is the way here. Do you know which way is the way? This is the only way. This is a whole episode. I've just written it right there. Yeah. Sounds great. Maybe we'll see that in season 2. Disney put out a trailer for the Mandalorian season 2.
This is going great.
You guys, are you excited? I got a geek boner for this too. I'm excited to see the child and have him bring the child back to his hometown. You don't see any of the new characters that were like Ahsoka and stuff.
They had somebody in like a hood that I thought was Ahsoka at first because she had orangey skin.
Yes.
But like, I think that's going to be a different character, played by some wrestler girl. I forgot what her name is, but
I love seeing the fucking speeder bikes from Return of the Jedi
Geek boner.
in this. That gave me, and those same stormtroopers from Return of the Jedi. I was like, holy shit, those are the fucking speeder bikes. So yeah, looks good with their LED wraparound screen backdrop where they don't have to go anywhere. It's amazing. Listener, you should be like the Mandalorian and wear.
I got to be honest. I'm watching it now because I just forgot to watch it.
Listen, look at Baby Yoda. Look how cute he is.
Yoda,
Holy
though,
fuck!
yeah.
You can't deny.
It looks like they filmed this in like Seattle.
Is it in places?
I don't know. It's super overcast wherever this.
Oh yeah, it's cloudy. It's raining.
Yeah.
That dude's smoking a joint in the background. I think that's why.
Oh, Gina Carano's there.
See, Gina Carano is coming back. Remember, you were like, "Is she going to come back?"
Creed, Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers, and you see some X-wing fighters. It's dope, dude. I can't wait for this.
I liked The Mandalorian, and I've already forgotten about it. So that just shows my Star Wars fandom. It's very small. Very low.
Mandalorian won 11 Emmys, and Watchmen won 11 Emmys. Mandalorian won all the technical Emmys. Watchmen won like Best Limited Series. Regina King won. It did very well at the Emmys. What was weird at the Emmys, first of all, everyone was at home. It was live. They did live streams. Jimmy Kimmel's hosting, and you just go to like the celebridy's house live. I don't know how they managed 200 live streams at once.
So they just gave away the winners by telling them, hey,
this
better be ready.
Apparently this is what happened because Rami Youssef was tweeted a video later. So apparently for some of them, the people that were nominated, there was dudes in hazmat suits standing outside their house holding an Emmy. And then they would announce the winner. And if you won, the guy would knock on the door, give you the Emmy. And then Rami Youssef taped what happens when you lose. The guy just would wave and walk away.
Oh, shit.
Sadly, just shuffle away. That's how they also did this thing where there was this box that they had and nobody knew which one the Emmy was in, and it would burst open. Yeah, it would burst open with the Emmy. So they tried to make it creative. Lowest ratings out of any Emmy telecast.
Imagine that. They spent all this money sending these people all over the world to these people's houses.
Yeah, can you imagine if you're the guy that got sent with the fake Emmy to someone's house and you're like, we're going to pay you to stand outside this asshole's house, this asshole actor, and then walk away with the fake
when
Emmy.
When he doesn't win.
Yeah.
So nobody knew it. It was very weird. And at one point, there was a garbage can was on fire. Jennifer Aniston had a fire extinguisher. It was supposed to go out. Yeah, so he did this joke where he like sprayed the nomination envelope and then he lit it on fire. And then Jennifer Aniston was putting it out with a fire extinguisher and it wouldn't go out. It lit back up and there was a fire on stage for a second. It was a lot of fun. But the first 7 Emmys for comedy series all went to Schitt's Creek.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Ruggs, you watch Schitt's Creek? It won.
I watched like maybe like 4 episodes and then I punched out.
It
I
won
was like,
7 in a row.
People really like Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
I'm not a comedy person as
You're
much
not.
as I
That's
make
true.
jokes. I don't like watching comedy.
You fucking,
I don't understand. I like watching stand up only.
laughing son of a bitch. Look, listener, get a mask. That's what I was saying. Mandalorian wears a mask. You should too. Baby Yoda should wear a mask. Visit our TeePublic shop, jockandnerd.com/shop, and you can promote the show and be safe and help save people around you. Okay, that's all the Marvel news. I got some crazy DC Warner Brothers news. Apparently, James Gunn, during quarantine, was very bored and wrote a whole spin-off series about John Cena's Peacemaker from his upcoming Suicide Squad movie, and HBO Max is going to put it on.
Oh, shit.
They've announced a spin-off.
So they're just
Peacemaker.
greenlighting shit now.
They're just greenlighting a bunch of things with John Cena, with James Gunn writing and directing the pilot and multiple episodes. They're calling it an action-adventure comedy. It may be like his prequel. Here's my question. It says the plot is being kept under wraps, but it said it will explore the origins of Peacemaker, a man who believes in peace at any cost, no matter how many people he has to kill to get it.
Should be pretty funny.
That's awesome. But does he die in Suicide Squad? Is this like
Could be a prequel.
a prequel? Fucking John Cena as a lead? Does that work?
I mean, he's been in leads a couple of movies.
I think he's got a lot of charisma.
He's in the Marine or something, yeah.
Yeah, he's actually pretty funny.
I think he's I've seen him in like Bumblebee and stuff. I kind of liked him. It didn't make me bad. He's got some charm, and
I mean, there's a bunch of wrestling dudes that'll watch him.
yeah. But will people be able to see him when he's on screen?
Oh, shit.
By the
What do
way,
you mean?
See, I fell for that. You didn't fall for that joke. You fell for the joke.
Yeah,
I fell for the joke on our Facebook group. Go look it up. I'm an idiot. Chris Williams did that to me. I posted the story. He goes, I don't see anything. Why would you post an empty link? And then I was like, oh, that's weird. And then I was like, I'm an idiot.
He was fucking with you and he got you.
See, and I'm like, look, I'm not a huge wrestling guy. I forget about that. You can't see me, John Cena. You can't see him. What else is going on? Oh, another thing that gave me geek boner.
Geek boner.
Harley Quinn renewed for season 3 at HBO Max. Yes. It's a
That's
great
your show.
Dude, more and more people, I listen to some podcasts, more and more people are discovering the show, and they're like, you know what? I thought the show was going to be stupid, but it's fucking hilarious.
Did you see? I'll go ahead.
Yeah, no, except for Ruggs.
I was going to say, did you see that, because it's not in your notes, Cavill and Momoa are coming back to reshoot some scenes for
yeah. So
Justice League?
So here, okay, I'll fill that in, and it's not in the notes. The Zack Snyder miniseries, which I think that's the name of this fucking thing, Justice League miniseries. Apparently, they are doing reshoots with the original cast.
Geek boner.
I don't know how many, possibly Ben Affleck, Ezra Miller, Ray Fisher, Momoa. I don't know if Henry Cavill's coming back.
What a turn of events for Zack Snyder. You basically get forced out. So you have a tragedy, but you get forced out because Batman v Superman and people that are watching Justice League are like, this is just awful. So you get forced out. You create enough uproar to reshoot your movie,
To remake your movie,
and you have enough time now where you can look back on all the scenes that you think might have been shitty and get all the actors back to refilm the fucking scenes.
This is what an unprecedented situation to be in. The budget, though, here's the thing. Originally, they said it was going to be about $30 million. How much of this movie was done? Now they're saying this is going to cost $70 million.
Oh, shit.
Another $70 million they're putting into this movie to make a 4-hour miniseries of Justice League.
Well, he's kind of got him by the balls now, right?
Kind of does, because it's a big get for HBO Max.
Well, yeah, and all the fans
And Warner
complained
Brothers.
enough.
Yeah.
And now they've promised it, so he's like, well,
I hope it's okay.
I hope it's just good.
I hope it's like at least like a 5 out
So,
of 10.
to his credit, though, I did see another story where the Justice League, the Snyder fans, they were raising money for suicide awareness, and he did raise $500,000 for a suicide awareness suicide prevention charity. So, the Snyder fans, they're doing some good. They got this made. They're giving him $70 million. These people are coming back to put the suit on to remake a movie from 3 fucking years ago.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
This is crazy.
Wow.
This is crazy.
Look, it's fucking, we're in time of Corona. Crazy shit happens, man.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's off limits.
This is the kind of shit that happens.
So back to Harley Quinn. Now, all the shows that were on DC Universe are officially now going to be on HBO Max. The DC Universe is rebranding starting next year, 2021. It's going to be called DC Universe Infinite, and it will just be comics.
Oh, shit.
No one will get it.
And I don't know if people,
Yeah,
they'll
at
still
that
have,
point, what's
And
going
no
to
one will
happen?
pay for it
They-
because it's comics.
they will still have 24,000 comics and new comics 6 months after they hit the shelves. If that's still a thing that happens, I don't even know. It may
You know what? I had all those free comics and I didn't give a fuck to read them.
But you know what? Me too. Me too. I've had access to 24,000 DC comics, and I maybe read like 4.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
See, I haven't read anything.
I thought it would be a good idea, but I don't know. I guess keeping it alive, people want it.
See, like, I still need to go to the comic book store just to get out of my house.
Yeah.
And there is no comic book stores anymore.
A lot of them have shut
God
down.
damn it.
A lot of them have not survived. Same thing may happen to movie theaters.
I need a place to go where some, fat nerd makes me feel bad about my knowledge. And then I go, I'll get you next time. What?
Yes,
Get the fuck out.
I miss the smell
Get the fuck out of here.
of ink and paper and sweat and desperation and cocoa butter.
Despair.
Despair
Yeah,
and
I love it.
You
loneliness.
walk in and you just smell despair and
and
acne.
fucking hormones and pheromones and acne cream. Yeah, I miss all that.
I love it. Yeah.
The sound of overpriced Magic the Gathering cards being traded and sold. Oh, I missed all that shit.
It's just the sound of, should I go out there and go for it? No, I'm going to stay home.
I'm going to stay here. Yeah.
That's just what's encompassed in those places.
You know what else some people are going to miss?
You want to go out and meet a new person?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I got a new board game.
Yes. I got the Settlers of Catan expansion pack. I got to put it together. Anyways. You know what else people are going to miss? Melissa Benoist as Supergirl.
Bemoist?
Bemoist.
From The Fappening.
She is. From The Fappening, yes.
Did she pop a kid out?
I think she did. She has kids. And the upcoming 6th season of Supergirl on CW will be the last season.
Oh, shit.
The show is getting axed as Arrow has finished.
How did they shoot it with her prego?
Right? But you can shoot around that body double. You shoot around it above. I don't know, put things in
Deep
front
fake.
of her. There's always stuff in front of her. There's always a coffee machine. She's always standing behind a microwave. No, that's bad. Anyways, what are the odds? What you think? The Flash is on season 7. Do you think that's next to go? I feel like some of these shows are getting long in the tooth here.
I don't know. I stopped caring about them like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So
You're asking the wrong crowd here. I stopped watching a while
I
ago.
just stopped watching The Flash, but they also they have that Superman and Lois show coming out. It could be too many super people shows where Superman they have a
I
kid.
feel like that show's gonna get
that's
any
a
ratings.
family show. Superman they got a kid, Jonathan Kent, and he's got a fucking.
I feel like that show is going to flop.
They still got
Floppy Jock.
They still got Black Lightning and Legends of Tomorrow and Batwoman and the other one and what's the other one and some other one. I don't remember. How long can these CW shows keep going?
Batgirl? That stopped after 1 year.
Batwoman.
Right?
No, Batwoman is back. They got a new Batwoman. Remember? They recast Ruby Rose.
That's right.
Yeah. I think they should just kill all those shows, focus on making real nice shows for HBO Max. Like Peacemaker. I don't know. Those shows, they still got their audience somehow.
Yeah.
Anthony, you know what else has got an audience?
My balls was hot.
My balls have an audience, and I gotta make sure they look their best
Yeah.
for their show.
Especially-
Don't talk about your dogs like that.
Oh, sorry.
Especially when you're erect.
Yes, add attention, as it were.
That's all I got.
God. Well, look, we want to thank our sponsor, Manscaped, for supporting the show. They make awesome, hygienic ball trimmers like the Lawnmower 3.0 that you can use in the shower. It's got an LED light, a USB rechargeable base. It's an amazing device, and it makes you look good, makes you feel good.
How many kids at the comic book store need Manscaped?
I would think, the hairier ones that already have mustaches.
I would go 7 out of 11.
The teenager who's always already has a full mustache. He definitely needs a ball trimmer because that looks like that.
If you
on
have
his face.
a neck beard, you have a dick beard.
Yes, neck beard. What was your number? What'd you say, Anthony?
7 out of 11.
7 out of 11. I think those odds are about right. Those are weird numbers to pick a ratio out of, but for every 11 nerds,
11 people, yeah. There'd be 7
Look,
that need, and if they definitely have neck hair, then you definitely
Yeah.
you don't want
need
to
to
be
shave.
caught. Look,
That should be Manscaped should pay me for that.
Imran, would you have neck hair if you grew your hair out?
Neck hair which one is the neck hair? Like how far down?
I don't know. I'm going to leave it up to your interpretation.
Half neck. It goes halfway neck down.
Yeah.
It goes normal.
Okay.
But look, if you are going to get pantsed at school, you don't want your balls looking all crazy. So right now, if you go to jockandnerd.com, no, don't go there. Go to manscaped.com. Use the code jockandnerd.
Jockandnerd.
You will get 20% off, free shipping. Code jockandnerd, manscaped.com.
And if you do it within the next hour, you will still get 20% off and free shipping.
You get even freer shipping
at manscaped.com with the code jockandnerd.
The shipping becomes freer.
Yeah.
More free.
And if you call in right now, it'll be 3 easy payments of 20% off and free shipping with code jockandnerd at manscaped.com.
Only 1,700 remaining. Call in. Use code jockandnerd at manscaped.com. Look, you need their ball deodorant. You need their ball toner. They have lots of great items. They got a subscription deal for the blades. They're ceramic blades thrown by little tiny potters that live in a magical mystery land on a wheel. I don't know what I'm talking about, but all you have to do is visit manscaped.com. Use code jockandnerd. 20% off free shipping. Okay, look, let's take a break. We'll play some promos and we will talk about Cobra Kai right after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Eric.
And I'm Aisla.
And together we are the hosts of the Bicurian podcast.
Bicurian is our answer to the polarizing culture we live in.
Tired of feeling under siege and looking for ways to get involved? Then come be a part of a different way of thinking.
Everything from politics to geek culture to current events that polarize us as a society. We explore multiple ways of looking at things. Please check us out at bicurian.com and follow us on your favorite social media platform of choice.
Hey guys, this is Venice, and I've got a message from a friend of mine about my favorite podcast.
It's your boy, Flavor Flav in full effect. Check this out, everybody. I want y'all to go check out TJ.
What's good, everybody? TJ Johnson here from Voice from the Underground. I am the most handsome.
Big Has.
And I'm smoking my cigar, of course.
You know what I'm saying? The Dutch.
You pick me up in an Uber and a PT Cruiser, I'm calling Lyft.
Cause they be fighting the power, talking about social issues, politics, you know what I'm saying?
And we're not even that good.
Right, we're terrible. Terrible. Tangents all over the place.
And not only that, but they be keeping it fun with the sports, music, comics, and movies too.
Am I allowed to talk?
I think, no, not right now.
Shut up, colonizer!
You know what I'm saying? He on Twitter at VFU Podcast. So you can find them. So check 1, 2. This is Flavor Flav. Yeah, boy.
Okay, what Flav was trying to say is, check out Voice from the Underground on your favorite podcast network.
Voice from the Underground.
And
Listener, if you enjoy the show and you want to support the show, join our fan club. It's like all these new streaming services. I'm calling it Jock and Nerd Plus Max Extra something. Cocky. Bukkake. Jock and Nerd Bukkake Plus. Visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon.
Jock and Nerd.
To join the fan club where you can support the show and get bonus content and fun swag. Everybody gets a bonus RSS feed where the shows come out early. There's bonus movie reviews and things like Rugs. Part 5 of our Rug Boy and the Nerd old songs from 25 years ago is out, and it's the last part, and it's a 5-part series.
Oh, I feel so bad that it's over.
It's over. This one is called It's the 90s, as we sing about 90s references because it was the 90s when we were singing about 90s. So I guess it's just, here's what's going on.
It was current events then, and it's nostalgic now.
Now it's nostalgic, and you will love it.
We walk you through it. We talk about it. We explain it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and hopefully we can find some more recordings, Rugs. That was fun to do.
I have plenty of shit, but
we'll unearth
Let's
them.
make new stuff, too.
We will make some new stuff. Anthony, no Corona binge reports this week. You got anything planned, or just you're watching the Cobra Kai?
Well, no, I didn't watch Cobra Kai. Right now I'm in the midst of The Boys.
Oh, nice. You started it. Great.
I started it, so kind of just staying on that track.
Okay.
Once it gets a little cooler outside and I don't have things to do outdoors, I will get back into the movies. But right now it's just a little more focused on the the last few days of fall, slumber, summer, whatever the fuck this is.
Whatever
and
the
The
time
Boys.
of date it is. But we would appreciate your support, listener. Visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon for all the fun stuff. Okay, this week's review is a show that's been out for 2 years, but only because it's just came out on Netflix is everybody talking about it. Of course, it's 2 seasons of Cobra Kai. If you haven't watched it, go watch it now. Here's your spoiler alert.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
So first released back in 2018, like 34 years after Karate Kid, on YouTube Red that nobody paid for. It was YouTube's subscription premium service, and then the second season released in 2019. And then it was announced earlier this year, we're putting it all out on Netflix.
Oh, shit.
And now everyone is digging fucking Cobra Kai. It is amazing. On Rotten Tomatoes, the first season is sitting at 100%. Perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes. Second season, 89%, giving it an average of 94% tomato meter for
Pretty damn good.
not bad. 100% perfect score on that first season is not bad. Of course, this is the story of Daniel LaRusso and Johnny 34 years after the 1984 All Valley Karate Tournament, picking up with their lives now and returning. You got Ralph Macchio. You got William Zabka as Johnny, and new cast members like Miguel, played by Zolo Mardueña, and Robbie, Tanner Buchanan, Sam, Daniel's daughter, Mary Mouser, a bunch of other people. Hawk is great. Jacob Bertrand, Aisha Nicole Brown.
Robbie is Johnny Lawrence's kid.
Robbie is Johnny Lawrence's kid. So, Anthony, let's just start with you. We all know everyone loves Karate Kid, but I know it holds a special place in your heart as well.
Yes.
What we took, and we kept saying how awesome this fucking show was, and I'm glad everybody can watch it because of the Netflix power. Suddenly, it's new and it's trending. But fuck, this is the way to bring back Karate Kid after 34 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And I am one of the many that have jumped onto an old show, relatively not that
It's
old.
not. It's really. It might as well just came out.
But it's there's a lot of renewed hype around this, and Netflix got it, and they're gonna have a third season in 2021. So I jumped on. I remember you talking about how good this was, maybe Rug Boy even too. But I just never felt like paying for a YouTube premium channel. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's great. They walk the fine line of being nostalgic, but then also incorporating new characters and having action and having comedy. It's even a little bit more comedic than some of the early Karate Kids.
Yeah.
But then there's also the Karate Kid was based on these black and white instances of good versus evil, and this show kind of dives into the gray. So they walk a fine line between balancing all these different things, and I think they do a really good job of honoring the past, creating new characters, and making both sets of characters interesting at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I credit actually Creed for being one of the first to take something
reboot.
from like
the
80s, 90s, and not necessarily reboot it, but take a side character, side character, and reboot it into its own thing. I'm impressed with Cobra Kai because they're not going the movie route. They went a completely different format in terms of TV, and it just works for me. I was super into this show. I binged the second season in a day. I yell at the TV at times. I get super invested. So yeah, overall, I like the show a lot. I have some minor criticisms here and there that we can get into, but overall, really fun stuff.
Super binge worthy. They're 10 episode seasons and they're half an hour episodes, and you can just plow right through them. But Ruggs, from the pilot episode, they nailed the tone of what they needed to do with honoring Karate Kid. I love that they play clips from the original movies. It gives you all the feels. When you see the pilot starts with the end of the first movie and the All Valley tournament and the fucking crane kick. But Ruggs, why does this do it so well? How did they nail this?
Well, going into this, it's Karate Kid. To me, this is hallowed ground for me. This is my childhood. This is something that I think it's a perfect film in a lot of ways. It really encapsulates so many things. And I was like, how are they going to, they've done sequels before and they've degenerated over time. Like the third one is really bad.
Hilary Swank.
Yes. And they had Hilary Swank in there. And then all of a sudden they have Jaden Smith doing Kung Fu.
Oh, that's right. There was that remake too. I forgot about
but I think that, what they did in this show is they tied themselves to the movie. They tied themselves to the lore. Now, everybody else wants to always, let's do something new and break away from the lore. Like Star Wars wants to just burn everything down.
Yeah.
But there's stuff that works here. And not only that, but like all these YouTube videos came out about Danny really being the bully and all that stuff and like satires of it. And okay, so that the fact that you can mine Karate Kid for like even another side of the story means that the characters are a little bit deeper than your standard black and white characters. Even though that movie was done in the 80s where everything was black and white and everything was good and evil, they still had enough nuance in there that you could mine that and actually create more fleshed out versions of these characters.
They embraced it instead of running from it.
So they did that, and they did that with a wink and a nod. And I think they did it with a wink and a nod because when you're doing a TV show, comedy is a good way to like offset the fact that you have shitty budgets and you can't really do good karate, because like you're not doing an action show, right? You can't really, you don't have the money to, you don't really have the money or the acting kind of chops to do a drama. So you have comedy in there, and comedy makes everybody laugh. It's kind of like a cheap thing to lean on, but they do it. And they've developed a way where there's comedy in there, but it doesn't take away from the drama. There's still dramatic moments in it. There's still moments
to the characters too.
There's still badassery going on. There's still reverence to the show. And I think that that's the most important thing, is that they understood Karate Kid and they didn't want to have to burn it down to create something new. They
got to go back to it.
Yes, they just go back and find the essence of what was great about it.
And start it now.
They didn't go in and all of a sudden they made Johnny like PC. No, they leaned into him not being PC. They leaned into him being a dick. And they leaned into like what Kreese taught him and how, no mercy, and that's how he defines his whole life. So they really like didn't shy away from those characters. And I think that a lot of people are very lazy and weak and they don't know how to do something. So whoever did this, these three guys that did this show, they stuck their ground. They stuck to the essence of the goodness of this franchise.
What's great about that comedy too is they lean into the fact that, as you mentioned, Johnny Lawrence is just 80s chauvinistic male bravado.
And he's not good with technology.
It's like he's just stuck in a time capsule and just dropped into this into our world, which is fun to see because he's kind of a fish out of water. But yet there's things like they don't completely shit on the 80s, right? They go, there's things that he's bringing to these kids that only he could bring because he's of that mindset. Even like Ralph Macchio's doing the commercials in season 2 for Karate Kid, and they make fun of it and they go, this is kind of like cultural appropriation now, huh? What are you doing? Like, it just wouldn't work, you know, having a white guy on TV selling karate and like being this like mystical guy sitting in a fucking like with all these bonsai trees. So like they play around with that stuff, but they don't necessarily shit on the past either, which is really well done.
Two things I love about this that hooked me right away. One is that in this world, the 1984 All Valley Karate Tournament is as big to them as it is to you if you love the Karate Kid movie. So the fact that it's a huge deal in the show, everybody knows about it like you do. And then the other thing that completely I loved that hooked me right away was the flip of seeing the first movie from Johnny's point of view. And it flipped me to Team Johnny because from his point of view, this kid fucking moves in, beats him up, takes his girlfriend, makes him look like a dick. And I was like, fuck, I'm Team Johnny. Did it flip you, Anthony, to Team Johnny?
Oh, yeah. I mean, what's great about it is it made me care about Johnny Lawrence and actually root for him. And what's cool about this show is that like it unlocked something that I didn't know I wanted.
Yep.
Like I didn't know I wanted to see Johnny Lawrence's perspective on all of this, yet I'm watching it and going, well, shit, I do want to see what the fuck the fuck Johnny Lawrence is the way he is and what's going on in that guy's life. That's amazing.
He's a dick a lot in this show.
The thing that this movie does, this show does, is it shows you how brilliant the movie is because in essence, all right, Danny is as bad as Johnny. All right. He wants revenge. He wants to beat up Johnny. But the only thing that keeps him from being an asshole like Johnny is Mr. Miyagi,
Right.
a man with honor, a man who knows that this is only for defense.
Yeah.
And then, and that, you know, like you can't go with your emotion. You have to go with practicality and what's the right thing to do. And now he's not here.
Yeah.
He's gone. And so you have like this rudderless, Daniel LaRusso, who's like trying to hold on to the teachings of Miyagi.
Using the same methods too. It's
but you're
so great.
seeing the cracks.
Yeah.
Like without him, he's just as bad as Johnny.
Yeah, and what the brilliance of that first movie is Johnny Lawrence probably would have been closer to Danny LaRusso, especially now with this background.
Yeah.
But he gets a bad teacher, right? He gets Kreese, who's his father figure, and that really sets him on the wrong path. But there was a little tidbit at the end of Karate Kid that makes you open up this door to make this show. And it's at the end when Johnny Lawrence, when he loses, he actually gives the trophy to Ralph Macchio's Danny LaRusso at the end. He's like, "You're here, man. You won. Like it's all yours, man. You won."
He's
and
a
even
good
at the start of Karate Kid Part 2, Kreese is choking out Johnny Lawrence, and you can see even all that, like his friends are like, "Dude, what the fuck, man? Like, stop." So like they gave you that little out of Johnny Lawrence being a good guy and just having a bad father.
He just had a bad upbringing.
Or bad upbringing and a bad teacher.
I love how at the end of season 1 of Cobra Kai, they do the All Valley tournament again, and you have Miguel, Cobra Kai side, taking advantage.
I have a quick criticism of that.
Okay.
So Cobra Kai season 1, I liked it, but I felt like it ended on a note that wasn't what they were building towards. I felt like Miguel and Hawk turned almost too evil too quickly.
Oh.
Like I know the show explores the gray areas, but it just didn't. It didn't feel right that they would become cheaters by the end of that.
Well,
episode,
it makes sense though by the end of season 2 when you see where the plot goes.
Right. But by the end is like Karate Kid 1, 2, even like the other shitty ones, they all end on this like epic note of the underdog overcoming, the most insurmountable odds. And season 1, and to an extent season 2, both end on a note that isn't very Karate Kid-like.
Well, season 2 ends in a completely fucked up, everything's broken, bleak kind of, they got to put the pieces back together.
Well, even season 1, it ends and they win the All Valley,
by
but you're
cheating.
like, do I feel good about them winning this?
Well, but this is where you see...
the reason why I do, yes, I understand what you're saying, and I think you have a great point, but I think that they have to go through this journey too. Like they have to, like they have Johnny, and Johnny is a teacher who is in the gray area. He's not bad. He's not good. He's kind of like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And he's seeing in this match that his kids are cheating, and that makes him want to change. But then when he goes back to the studio that night, Kreese is there.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
And now the dichotomy starts of like, okay, now I'm this guy's going to come and fuck with my kids, and I'm going to have to be pushed more to another side.
It's brilliant.
So,
it's brilliant because you have Daniel LaRusso on one side and Kreese all the way on the other, and you see Johnny kind of slide in between there, kind of trying to find his place. And then, it comes to the end of the second season. It bites him in the ass when he finally tells Miguel, look, I didn't have someone to show me the right way. You got to use mercy. And I was wrong. He admits that he was wrong. And Miguel does that only to get kicked off the railing.
Oh, shit.
And who knows if he'll be able to walk.
If he has a broken back, if he's
how
dead.
He bounced off the fucking railing down there. That was a great, like in the first season, episode 5, where they have the fight in the lunchroom is great because Miguel finally gets his comeuppance there and shows everyone. And then they get tons of customers. But that fucking choreographed fight scene in the season 2 finale, where there's a one take and they show you all the pairings and all the pairings pay off from the whole season. I thought that was really well done. And I thought the martial arts from the kids is not bad. Like they do a really good job. It looks real.
I mean, it's good enough that it keeps you entertained.
Yeah, I wouldn't say. Go ahead.
It's not Extraction level.
I mean, they had to learn. All those kids had to learn all that stuff.
I mean, it's good. Yeah, it's definitely like fine, and it's entertaining for what the show is. The show isn't about the martial arts, so you get a long, I guess, kind of pseudo one take scene, and it's super
like
entertaining.
It's
super. It's also super cheesy, but it goes in line with everything.
But it works.
The Karate Kid. And they throw in the little bit where the teacher's like, oh, they're not paying me enough to help problem.
Yeah,
this
then
one.
the kid runs away. And fucking Stingray. I loved Stingray in the second season. The guy with the fat dude with the little beard.
My theory, and I heard this someone else said also, so I know that I must be on the right path, is that Stingray is like the 30 or 40-year-old guy that loved Karate Kid growing up and wanted to learn karate.
He's hanging out and drinking with teenagers.
But like he's like a guy that would be on this podcast.
Yes, he's
like,
one of us. He would be
on
of us.
Oh shit!
He definitely would be.
How
on this
many of
podcast.
He's like a neckbeard dude.
I feel like when I was a kid, I took Taekwondo when I was a kid, and I think it was because of the Karate Kid. I think what you watch that movie when you're a kid, and you're like, I need to take
exactly. Karate. Even me in I think the 90s when I saw this, I went, "Oh, I want to do karate.
Yeah, I want to do karate.
Like this is awesome."
What is
Crane
that?
Kick.
Is this what? But is that just a generic term? What are they doing? Is it karate or it's jiu-jitsu or what?
No, they're not doing jiu-jitsu. I mean, I guess they're doing some form of karate. Yeah.
Well,
what are they actually doing?
There's a lot of different schools of thought on this, but Mr. Miyagi is named after a actual karate guy.
Oh,
like an actual master.
Yeah.
And they have this own form of Okinawan karate. I forgot what it's called. It's like called Goju something.
Okay.
Goju Ryu or something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then I think that the Cobra Kai, I remember in season 3, not in season, in Karate Kid 3, the guy that they the guy with the ponytail.
Oh,
what's his name? He comes in and he says,
Don't
"Oh, my
remember.
master! I send regards to my master in South Korea." When he meets Mr. Miyagi, so they're not even doing karate; they're doing some kind of like
custom
Korean.
It's some custom thing.
Yeah, I think it might be Tung Sudo or something like that. I think I said it wrong.
Terry
But like,
Silver is the guy from that
yeah,
movie.
and that is a. I think at one point karate got brought to Korea, and then the Koreans made their own version of karate.
Correct.
And I think it's called Tung Sudo, if I'm correct.
Huh.
I might be wrong. I'm not.
Taekwondo.
And I think that's where that
It's Taekwondo?
Taekwondo is South Korean.
Oh, that's
martial
South Korean.
art, yeah.
Okay. That's what I took.
Yeah.
Very briefly. And then I quit. Of course.
I mean, the show is, yes, it's a karate show, but it's never been about the karate. The guy that made the original Karate Kid made Rocky. And Rocky isn't about
It's
boxing.
not about boxing.
It's about all the other things. Boxing just happens to be the thing.
Stallone
Yeah.
made Rocky.
No, John Avildsen directed it.
Oh, he directed it. I thought Stallone didn't direct Rocky. He just wrote
I
it.
think so. Yeah.
Starting it.
Let me make sure I'm right on that.
But look, great.
Yeah, John G. Avildsen directed it. What's also fun about this show?
Yeah.
And at times kind of like makes me yell at the TV is every episode you're rooting for a character and then you're like, oh, this character is not that great.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't be rooting for him. Like every episode makes you feel differently about each character, and it really does live in the gray.
Especially second season, yeah.
I mean, I'm one of those that I'm Team Miguel and Samantha LaRusso all the way. So the
So
whole
you want
second
Sam
season
and Miguel to get back together, yeah.
Yeah, so when Robbie and Sam, even though I'm like, Robbie's a good kid.
Robbie is a
I'm
very
just
good
like,
kid.
I don't want Robbie and Sam
He
together.
got a shit life handed to him, just like Johnny. And I wish Robbie and Johnny
he's a good
would
kid, but
reconcile.
he's got a lot of darkness in him, which is why season 2 ends the way it does.
The only character I have no sympathy for is Danny LaRusso's daughter,
Sam.
I feel like she's the worst person.
You don't like her? I think she's so cute.
First of all, she's so uncoordinated and doesn't look like she can do karate after being taught by her dad for like however long.
She's still
That's
learning.
number one. Number two is that she pretty much does whatever's convenient for her only.
Yeah.
And like
she's a little selfish.
Yeah, she's totally super selfish and kind of lies all the time.
Yeah.
Like she's always like covering her own ass all the time.
I mean,
she's never like truthful.
That's why I love that when it was because of her and fighting Tori after the party when she's trying to keep up, and then the big showdown at school the next day was fucking pink because I wanted to see those two duke it out.
I did. I think in my Patreon review criticize her if we're going to be like super woke that her character kind of just revolves around all the other boys.
Yeah, she
and doesn't
does.
really have
Yeah. But that's like an 80s thing.
Agency.
You know, it's
of her own.
But this is the thing about this show is that the show is supposed to be about, is supposedly about like Johnny like teaching these boys how to be men.
Yeah.
But all of the women are more aggressive than the men in the show.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Like they make all the moves. They make all the moves with the kisses.
Yeah.
They they do everything. So
the fact that they have their first date at what I think it's called Golf and Stuff, which is from the fucking first movie, is so perfect.
There's
I mean, like,
tons of Easter eggs.
Just the little details in everything they do.
There's tons of Easter eggs thrown in. And Anthony, you were talking about like I was Team Johnny, but then season 2, like I kind of went back and forth, and I loved how him and Daniel's relationship, like they even went on a double date at the end, and they were like hanging out.
What they've done the first 2 seasons is episode 9 of both seasons.
Yeah.
They have Danny and Johnny hang out, and they both realize hey, like we're actually kind of the same guy. We should be friends. But then there's always something in the way that prevents it. Like they do a really good job of. Like, all these people should get in a room and just talk and they'd be friends.
Yes, if they just explain things to everybody.
Get in a room and talk because of all these little instances that
they got
are
too much
in.
battle scars.
Yeah.
They got too much stuff and baggage.
Yeah. So they do a really good job of making you want everyone to be on the same team. I think, actually, my prediction for season 3 is that Danny and Johnny are on the same team.
You want to get into predictions? It is, the show is actually shot and done. It will come out 2021. Ralph Macchio has confirmed, and there's a little teaser where you see him, he goes back to Japan. So he's confirmed that he has shot in Okinawa for season 3.
Geek boner.
Now,
bring back those villains from season Karate Kid
there's
2.
the question of Allie Elizabeth Shue, who sent a Facebook request, but Johnny threw the phone into the beach, so he didn't see it.
Even that's like so well done.
So
I didn't
good.
realize that they had been dating for that long, and they're just mining that too. Like, hey, Johnny's got a point in that this fucking new kid came in town and took his girl.
He just took his girl, and I even love how they made me fall for Kreese for a second.
For a second,
and then you're like, oh no, he's a piece of shit. He's a bad influence.
No, he's an asshole.
He's always been an asshole.
So season 3,
yes,
they're going to Japan. Definitely Chosen's in this show.
So is somebody Miguel? Who's Miguel's dad? Could that be somebody from one of the movies?
No, they're not.
No,
that'd be too much.
It's going to be Chosen and probably
Sato. Sato is his dad. Oh yeah,
no, Sato's dad.
Yeah.
So Kamiko's still around. She's still like she was just in like Star Trek. The Picard show. She was just in that. So she's still doing acting and stuff. And they might be there. Maybe I think what happens is Danny LaRusso and his wife split up, where they separate for a while.
He's such a dick, and he put the Miyagi-Do before his business and his wife so many times.
So then he goes to
Okinawa,
Japan, Okinawa, because he needs to reconnect to. He feels like he's rudderless, and he needs to go and find
Miyagi's.
His Miyagi-ness.
Yeah, the Miyagi-ness.
And then he goes there, and then Chosen's there, and maybe
Chosen's all grown up.
Yeah.
Maybe adding on to that. Well, I don't know how Japan is exactly going to tie in, other than maybe the breakup, and he needs to like find his way. But I'm thinking about Miguel and Robbie. Like they can't be friends. So I think what
Miguel
happens
will be
is,
a bad guy now. Is he going to go?
No. I think Miguel ends up training with Danny, and Robbie ends up training with his dad because Miguel's parents are like, you can never train with Johnny Lawrence, and Johnny was like, okay, fine, like I won't, I won't be around him, but he's going to train his own son.
I felt so bad for Johnny. He just went on a date with Miguel's mom, Carmen. Everything is going great, and then this fucking happens at the end with Miguel in the fight, and she's done with him.
And Kreese has the dojo now,
Yes,
so he's training all these killers.
So Kreese is
these high school killers.
These kids are all upset because they got a public humiliation by Miyagi-Do students, and they said fuck Johnny with his.
Well, not only that, but the fact that Miguel showed mercy and he got his back.
Yes,
for it.
so now Lip, Eli, and the rest of them.
Hawk.
Yes, I love how he outed him at Eli as the Dimitri did. So now they're all mad. Kreese has Cobra Kai, and he's like, I created Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is mine. I think Danny and Johnny will have to team up to take down Cobra Kai.
The one rumor I saw besides them being in Japan and Elizabeth Shue coming back is people were tying that girl that Miguel was dating,
Tori,
the
badass girl,
to being potentially Terry Silver's daughter.
Oh,
from Karate Kid Part 3.
From the third movie.
Yeah, and there's also Barnes, too.
Barnes, yeah.
I don't remember Barnes.
What was the tagline for them? Karate's badass. In the paper.
There's so many great moments in this show, but there's a lot of badass moments.
And wasn't there one other Cobra Kai that we didn't see from that episode where they all went to the biker thing?
Oh, that one. Yeah, that was great to see the old guys busted up.
The blonde guy was missing, right?
That guy was in jail, they said.
Oh, he was.
So, and these are the original actors from the movie.
Those were all the original actors, which was crazy.
So the dude who died in the show, he died later in real life.
Oh, did he really have cancer?
It wasn't cancer. It was something else.
Oh, but he had something.
Going on because he looked
terrible.
he looked like he was sick.
I mean, he looked like he was sick.
Yeah, didn't look like it was makeup. I was like, oh, but that was such a fucking tragic. But that was a great last night out with the boys. They got to fucking fight a little bit, hang out in the forest. That was crazy.
They do a good. I mean, they do, and they incorporate
so
like they've made What's fun about the show is that what was it? Was it Guns N' Roses? What's the band he suggests to Miguel?
It might have been Guns N' Roses or Motley Crue or something.
They're playing 80s music.
The music choices are great
throughout the show, and then it's working even though it's showing the 2018, 2019. Like they're reinvigorating the 80s too.
I do love the choice of music. It really works. And yeah, all the questions for the next season are great, and it's just it's pitch perfect. It really is. In terms of tone and setting and characters,
it's better really than like anyone has any right to be. Like it could have been this like really cheesy Saturday Night Live types like goof off where they're just making fun of everything. But it's just the right balance of like comedy, of being a little bit self-aware, but also taking itself seriously.
I just wish that like Ralph Macchio would give a fuck a little bit.
What, in terms of his performance?
Yeah, I mean,
like in his body.
Yeah, I mean,
he's so skinny and fucking.
He's done 3 seasons.
I know.
You think that he would like do some fucking yoga or
William
something?
Zabka could easily kick the shit out of him as right now. I mean,
I think that's like the charm, right?
Yeah,
he's like the shitty looking guy.
Yeah.
The Marvel diet, they'll pack like 20 pounds on you in like 6 months, and then you'll go from being a fatso to being ripped.
Daniel's still all limp wristed and shit. Jesus,
he still looks like he's never done anything in his life.
I find it amusing whenever he's doing like the katas or whatever, and you can just see how fucking skinny he is, and that he's just got a pot belly.
Yeah, and he's got a pot belly. He's got the worst like a wig that I've ever seen.
Is he balding? Is that a toupee?
Oh, that's definitely. Yeah, it's definitely not
still
real.
in good shape. I loved in the beginning how douchey he is, where he's on a billboard kicking, and it's the commercials with the karate, and he's just milking it for his fucking.
I just love that like
dealership.
In reality,
that's
right?
what he would do.
That's what happened.
Yeah. In reality, karate tournaments happen all the time, and nobody gives a shit.
No.
Or like nobody even there.
This is like the biggest deal.
And then
here.
for some reason in this town. It's the most important thing that ever happened.
I hope season 3 ends with
he's
another.
Like the high school quarterback from the 80s that started.
He's a
his own.
townie. They never left.
We live in a karate town.
But like you would see that with a high school quarterback or like the star. They would create their own like car dealership.
Yeah,
and
I
just
remember
milk that. I remember not high school, but college.
Yeah.
There's this player named Jay Lehman who was like the star linebacker, and then as he graduated. Wasn't good enough for the NFL, so I just saw him selling cars in commercials down in Champaign-Urbana. I was like, oh my God.
It's a paycheck. What are you going to do? It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. But that's why I love it, because that's what happened. That is what happened. What was the other thing? I forgot.
Were you happy they changed to a blue fist on the mats for the All Valley?
Oh, I didn't. I didn't notice. Well, they were yellow.
No, that was like a small little plot point. They're like, I think to get the new generation in, we got to change the color.
Change the color of this thing. I love
because red is too threatening.
Red's too threatening.
I mean, there's still banners of Daniel in the crane kick, like hanging 30-foot banners. It's hilarious. I hope season 3 ends with another All Valley tournament. I did really enjoy the first season ending with that tournament. I kind of wanted to see that again, but
I think that what they're going to do is they're going to fight Chosen together.
Yeah, the Chosen one.
Johnny and Daniel are going to fight Chosen together. And then that's going to be the big bad for that season. And then they're going to go after Kreese for the final season.
What about Allie? Where does she fit in?
I think that she's going to come in maybe at the end of 3rd season and then into the 4th season.
I don't think there should be more than 4 seasons also. I think that
4
should
is
be
fine.
perfect.
That's it.
Don't want to overdo it.
I think 3 is, I mean, I feel like if they nail it on the 3rd one, they could just stop at 3.
If they wrap it up at 3, that would be fine.
I don't know how long this Okinawa shit's going to be. I don't know how long they're going to stay there. If they're there for the whole season.
Yeah.
If they're there for like 2 or 3 episodes and they come back, then I know that they can do a lot more.
I feel like they're going to mine this as long as possible, because especially for Ralph Macchio and Zabka, this is like their shot.
Dude,
back.
this is their, oh my God, their golden hour is back. Like, who would have thought William Zabka?
Do you think that Netflix money is going to play a factor?
For them, what, staying or continuing?
Continuing.
So the problem with the
I'm saying, though, even the quality of the show.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, now they got money. They got Netflix money. They can make more, like, crazy fight scenes and shit.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
They were doing YouTube, and YouTube was paying them jack shit, I think.
Well, the only thing is, like, I don't know. It was fun seeing that school, but I don't think the fight scenes are the main draw.
Yeah.
For most people.
It's the heart. It's the relationships. It's the flip of the people's motivations.
I would be excited to see those Japanese characters back. For what it's worth, I rewatched the trailer to see Karate Kid Part 2.
Yeah.
It's a fucking great trailer.
I almost watched the movie again. I got to watch the movie again. The trailer's still good.
Did you rewatch the whole thing, Imran?
What? Part 2?
No, Cobra Kai. Did you rewatch it?
No, I just watched season 2. I had already seen season 1, and then I watched season 2 recently when it came out on Netflix.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You didn't actually follow it live.
No, but
I saw both of them when they came out, and then I didn't rewatch them. So I'm kind of like going on my memories.
Off the top. A lot of stuff happened. It's just it's a fucking great show. Let's rate it. What would you give this if you had to give it a rating out of 10?
What exactly are we rating?
I don't know.
On a quality show, like must watch,
the show as a whole,
or how do I rate it in comparison to the source material and all that other stuff?
Jesus, you're throwing out a lot of variables here, Ruggs.
I don't know. It's tough
simple.
because
do both of those. I would like rate out the overall experience of the show. It's I think that's all we want.
I think that, to be honest, I think it's at least an 8.
Okay.
All right. I think it's at least an 8. It's like better than it should be, way better than it should be. Not perfect, but it's like I'm pretty sure that anybody who watches it is going to enjoy some of it. All right, and I've had the toughest of critics tell me that they love the show.
Yeah, well,
so it does hit that nostalgia. So I'm gonna just give it a solid 8.
I'm gonna say it's a must recommend. I'm gonna give it a 9. Easy to watch. Even go back, watch the Karate Kid movies. Watch this. You will not be sorry. I got to give them props for keeping like the PG-13 vibe. Like they could have started swearing, which is a lot of shows will just start swearing on streaming, even though they don't have to. They don't. And
they swear a little bit.
Well, they don't drop the F-bomb.
Right.
They don't say fuck. So they'll say shit, which I think is fine. But it totally fits in. It's just, it makes you feel warm inside the way they treated the source material and how they handled it. So 9 out of 10 for me, Anthony.
I love this show so much. 9.5 out of 10.
Oh, shit.
I think he's going over the top.
I fucking love it. I mean, if you're a Karate Kid fan, I don't see how you can't like this show.
Yeah.
I think they balance everything well. I think a really big factor, too, is the fact that these episodes are like 35 minutes or less.
So easy to watch.
Super digestible. They're not meandering. They get right to the fucking point.
Yeah.
They're in and out. You can easily binge these. So far, they've made mostly all the right decisions with everything. And I even like the fucking new cast, which is one of the things that is a drawback to a lot of these things is the new characters suck. The new characters here are actually pretty good, too. So
the next generation.
How much faith do you have in season 3?
Season 3 will be the test.
It could all go off the rails.
It could.
Season 3 will be a big test.
Yeah.
It could all go off the rails, people. Like the first season was good, and the second season was almost as good. And I'm like, okay.
It was, yeah.
Like, how much longer can they keep it up? Is they going to Game of Thrones this thing?
I don't know which one I like
You can
better.
only do that formula where they've already outlined it, where like the first 8 episodes are conflict. Then the 9th episode is you think they're going to get back together. Then the 10th is, oh my God, what the fuck just happened?
No, you're right. The season finale of the first season is called Mercy. The season finale of the second season is called No Mercy. So
the episode 9 of both seasons are basically the same.
Yeah, they do have...
Episode 9 in the first season is Danny and Johnny at the bar.
Right.
He's trying to get him the new car.
Right. And then
episode 9 of the second season is them at the Mexican restaurant.
The Mexican restaurant. Oh, shit. So, well, I think with Okinawa and the stuff that happened in 2, they have a chance to maybe get 2 more seasons with this formula that's already set.
This season will be a test. The thing is, like, the lore of Karate Kid, most people like the first. I mean, everyone likes the first movie. The second movie, a lot of people like.
Yeah.
The third and fourth movie, no one really gives a fuck about. So there's not much to mine after that second one.
Just stay in the first 2 movies. Everything's fine.
Stay in there.
Just ignore the rest. Yeah, solid show, though. Definitely recommend. And I just love seeing people discover it now and get into it because it's just fun, good, wholesome fun. Okay, let's do some news from the nation. It's time for news from the nation. It's time for news from the nation.
It stinks. It stinks. It stinks.
Ooh, that was a tasty one. Good job.
It was a ripper.
Josh McClenny sent in an email just today. The subject, streaming paywall. He says, hey, guys, just want to vent about the cock for a minute.
Oh, shit.
Oh, peacock?
Yes, the peacock. I don't know if there are a lot of soccer fans in the nation, but here's what's going on with the cock and Premier League soccer. NBC owns the viewing rights to the English Soccer League, Premier League, and they pulled 95% of the games off regular cable, put them on the cock.
Oh, shit.
You used to watch them through regular cable or various streaming services, but they yanked them off everything but the cock. They even pulled them off NBC Sports, which they own and you already had to pay for. I'm now trapped into buying the cock just to watch a sport that was already difficult to watch in the States. Fuck NBC.
Isn't the cock free?
Rant
though?
over.
There's different levels.
There's free cock out there.
There's free cock, and then there's premium cock with ads, and then there's super premium cock without ads.
You know what? That whatchamacallit? Screen Junkies.
Yes.
They pointed out something that I forgot. Happened that really fucked over the cock.
What fucked over the
cock?
cock?
When they launched, they were supposed to have Olympic content.
Yes, that was going to be a big selling
point. That was a big
point
thing for them. Is that you were going to be able to have to watch some of the Olympics on the cock.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
Are the Screen Junkies calling it the cock too?
Oh yeah, They're like, you can't not mention the fact that it has cock in the name.
Worst name ever. So he continues. I know you all talk about streaming services quite a bit, so I thought I would share. Love you guys and love the show. Stay safe. P.S. Howard the Duck, What the Fuck Happened, was the best What the Fuck Happened, in my opinion. I was laughing at every minute, and it's what got me hooked on the show. Yeah, that's my favorite. You get this. Yeah. And this. And then he wrote back and he said, also forgot to mention, turn this off. Also forgot to mention the cock isn't on Roku or Amazon Fire Stick yet, LOL. But I found a story, NBC streaming service Peacock is coming to Roku
Geek Boner
soon. But it is not on Amazon Fire Stick.
Do we have the cock?
I have the cock.
Oh, you have the cock.
Because I also have the cock.
So,
but do you have the free cock?
I have the premium.
I have only the free cock.
From Comcast?
Yes, I have the premium cock. If you are a Comcast Xfinity
you got the special
customer,
cock and you didn't give me the password to it?
Xfinity will give you the premium cock already bundled in. So you can check out the cock premium. But I also think that What the Fuck Happened, Howard the Duck is. I will re-listen to that. It's fucking hilarious because that movie is ridiculous. It's a kid's movie with duck boobies in the first 30 seconds. Makes no sense. Chaz Hubbard prompted Adam Morris for a science answer based on our What the Fuck Happened to Superman 4 Quest for Peace question about what happens when you throw bags of nukes at the sun.
Oh, shit.
Is there a problem? Adam Morris says, Adam Morris, of course, the official science guy of the Jock and Nerd podcast, Dr. Adam Morris, PhD, says the sun is massive, so it wouldn't make a big difference in the long run from what I can picture. One nuke can elevate temperatures to millions of degrees, but the surface of the sun is only 5,000 to 6,000 degrees Celsius. I'm not going to read this whole thing. You can go to the Facebook group and read it. Basically, he said if it was just one sack of bombs like the movie, no, I don't think there'd be anything catastrophic, but we'd probably see a big flare up even from here. But we don't know how many nukes he was throwing. That could have been the first bag. Could have been the 10th bag.
That's right.
How do you know? I still think it was irresponsible, and he shouldn't have moved the moon also. That was wrong.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
And then Johnny Gons chiming in says, what's up, dude? Saw Raised by Wolves on Roberto Bambino's recommendation. Shit was dope. I can totally see this tying in to the Alien and or the Westworld universe. I give this 5 out of 5 fingers in the puppet hole.
Ooh, that's my favorite kind.
Wowie zowie.
That's a lot of fingers in your slack hole.
That's right. The show is, it's got its lulls and peaks and valleys,
It does.
And I think we're on an uptick now.
Have you noticed they've been putting out 2 episodes a week on the HBO Max?
That's correct.
I mean, that's great. I wish they would do that with The Boys, which let's just roll into what are we watching. Anthony, have you started watching The Boys yet? Season 2.
Got 2 episodes in the can.
In the can is where I like it.
So far, it's a little slow, but it's still the same boys energy.
So we can hear a little bit of spoiler alert. Anything else about the first 2 episodes? I mean, it's fucking violent and it has the same irreverence
Yeah, it's slow, a little slower though, but it's only the first 2 episodes.
Yeah,
so.
I think that this season is overall slower. But,
okay,
but
it's a little bit. There's a few episodes.
I'm still intrigued by it though. I'm not as it's not as much of a adrenaline rush as the first season, but it definitely is interesting.
Dude, the stuff with Homelander is fucking fascinating, and I just love the overtones of like these guys are like these fascist leaders, like the Supes are like these Nazis.
But I was a little bit disappointed in the whole thing about Vought and everything. So
I got a message from Jason Dutch from Voice from the Underground.
Jason Dutch, yes.
And he said, and I quote, "By the way, I'm inviting myself on your show for the season recap of The Boys.
Okay.
If you do one.
Done.
The political undertones are insane. I just bought a bunch of comics too.
It is heavy. The book is really good too, but it is heavy political undertones, and it's very, very interesting what they're doing. It's really good. They just announced Amazon is going to make a spinoff of The Boys.
Oh, shit.
They are fast-tracking the show. It's a sister show set at a Vought internationally run college for young adult Supes. It's being fast-tracked. It's R-rated. It's untitled. And it's described as part college show and part Hunger Games, following the lives of hormonal competitive Supes as they put their physical, sexual, and moral boundaries to the test, competing for the best contracts in the best cities. So it sounds like new characters in the world of The Boys getting a spinoff show. Yay.
I'm interested.
I think more Boys is good. Did anybody watch that fucking 5-minute Butcher thing that they put out that was in between?
No.
Yeah,
No.
It's not worth it. It's fine. You don't gotta worry about that.
Good.
Listen, give me more Boys. There's no less than 3 Walking Dead shows that are going to be on the air soon.
Yeah, I would talk about The Boys, but Anthony only saw 2 episodes,
Yes.
and I have no idea where one ends and one begins.
I don't remember
wanna
either.
say
Okay,
anything
we will wait.
for him.
We will wait
Perfect.
with Jason Dutch for the recap. Anybody watch anything else? Ruggs, we mentioned off air last week that show Away on Netflix.
Yeah, I watched some of it.
Hilary Swank.
I watched like 4 episodes of it, and I was like, "Fuck this show!" And then I went to
Fuck
the
that
end.
show.
I'm like, do they make it to Mars or not?
It's a good show if you don't know. It's about the first manned mission to Mars, and the first season is the journey through space.
I just didn't care. Like, I hate to say this, but like, I didn't like the casting.
Oh, you missed all the drama that happened between all the
I didn't
characters.
like the casting on the show. I didn't like the astronauts. I thought that they were all like just fucking pieces of wood. Like they were not like there was nobody had charisma, nothing. Like even Hilary Swank, who's like a good actress. Like I'm like she was boring. Like everybody was just fucking boring as fuck. So I was like, I'm punching out of these characters.
And, it's an international cast of astronauts in the show, so they have someone representing this Russian
it's
one, the
not-
Chinese one.
It's not. It wasn't. Good.
I mean, I kind of enjoyed like stuff would break and they got to fix it, and there's problems on Earth and their mission control and in their homes, their backstories.
Yeah, but then I saw that as being like, all right, they're gonna get to Mars because the end.
Do you want to spoil the fucking thing?
Spoiler alert.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
so I
whole
went
show
to the-
is them trying to get to Mars.
So like for me, it sucked out all.
Yeah.
It just.
So you should be
it
excited.
didn't
You
work
should
for
be
me.
excited for the second season when they'll actually be on Mars.
Maybe I'll watch that. I mean, I know I know the characters enough and everything that happened enough to.
I mean, it kind of reminded me of like Gravity and The Martian a little bit. In
Yeah,
spots.
it's a little bit. It's gonna be that.
There's tense spacewalks and shit.
It's just like what's the other show? Lost in Space.
Lost in Space is fucking great, dude.
Oh, shit.
No, but I punched out of that
Oh
too.
no, the second season is so good. I love both seasons.
The second season, I was like, all right, here we go again with this fucking bitch that's fucking lying all the time.
Yeah, but they do a good.
And like no one
Parker
ever catches
Posey.
her.
Yeah,
no one
Parker
ever
Posey.
does anything.
On Lost
and I was like, I'm done.
on Lost in Space, they do a good job of stakes. Like when the people are in trouble, I'm always like, oh fuck, he's gonna die. That's the dad. He can't die. How are they gonna get out
Does
of this?
anybody die though?
No,
they
they never
die.
do.
Oh, shit.
They never.
So it's not, so
But
it's
they
like
set
not
it up
even-
well. But you're like, he's probably not gonna die.
Whatever. Like I don't know. But anyway, so I punched out of that show too. Sorry, I'm done with that one.
Okay, fine. The other thing you may want to watch just came out, Enola Holmes movie on Netflix, starring Millie Bobby Brown as Enola Holmes, the sister of Sherlock Holmes, who's played by Henry Cavill, Superman.
Oh, shit.
Playing
How
Sherlock.
was it? Was it good?
You know what? It's all right. There's some fun mystery. Millie Bobby Brown is super charming. She does some badass stuff. There's a lot of fourth wall breaking from her. It's slow in parts. It's okay. It's a fun watch.
All right, fine.
I got 2 things.
Okay, what do you got?
I've been following because I'm a big Oscar guy.
Of course,
been
Mr.
following
Oscars.
TIFF which is the Toronto International Film Festival.
Oh, wow. Look at you with the TIFF. Jesus.
Yeah. And the two big movies that are debuted at TIFF.
Yeah, what are they?
Are getting a lot of Oscar hype if they come out this year. I think they should. Nomadland. That one's with, let's see, it's directed by
one
Chloe
word.
Zhao, who's doing The Eternals.
Oh, wow.
And Frances McDormand is in it.
Oh.
And the other big movie that's coming out, I think on Amazon, they bought the rights to this. Let me see about Nomadland real quick, if it's coming out this year.
Nomadland does say 2020.
Yeah, December 4th, 2020, potentially. The other big movie is Regina King's debut.
Oh, movie debut.
Yeah, her movie directing debut.
Okay.
This is going to be out on Amazon, distributed by Amazon Studios, called One Night in Miami. It's a fictional fictional story of Malcolm X, Cassius Clay, and Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, and Sam Cooke all meeting in a hotel to discuss their views on civil rights and all that shit.
This is based, I'm reading, sounds amazing. One Night in Miami, directed by Regina King from a screenplay by Kent Powers, based upon his stage play of the same name. I have seen a filmed version of this stage play because I was really into Malcolm X. And yeah, it's a fictional, it's
really
all
good.
these. That sounds
a lot of hype.
Wow, that sounds fucking amazing.
And Nomadland is about this lady that I think loses her job, and she just decides she's just going to live out of her van.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And the big draw there is the fact that this movie actually has real nomads in it that are in the movie acting, but they're actually nomads.
Whoa. You know what?
Yeah.
The wife and I, we had thought about RV sales went up during quarantine and COVID, and people were just like,
live off the fat of the land.
Dude, I would love to get a nice Airstream trailer and just fucking drive around and live wherever and go see the country. You're socially distanced. A lot of people, if you can work remote, you could get a fucking internet signal. A lot of people, RV sales were huge this year. A lot of people started doing that.
Where are the dogs going to go?
The dogs come with you. They come in the Airstream. That I don't know. I haven't figured that part out. You sell services. I don't know. You bake fucking dog treats.
Sucking dick again.
Suck a dick now and then. Whatever it takes. You gotta suck dick again. Whatever it takes to get it done. You can live like a nomad. Frances McDormand is amazing. Chloe Zhao also wrote the screenplay on this. Sounds great.
Yeah. So those are the two big movies. There's one also, I forgot what it's called, with Mark Wahlberg, where it's him and like a gay dude. That's like the modern day. I don't even know what the fuck to call it, but it's him and a gay dude.
When is One Night in Miami coming out? It says initial release September 7th.
Yeah. There's a couple other ones, but those are the two that stood out.
Cool.
They got a lot of hype.
Keep an eye out for those Oscars.
There's also a David Fincher movie coming out on Netflix called Mank.
Mank?
Year
What's up, Mank? Mank?
Yeah, it's about, I think, Orson Welles.
Upcoming biographical drama film about screenwriter Herman J. Mankiewicz and his battles with director Orson Welles over the screenplay credit for Citizen Kane. That sounds interesting.
That one's getting a lot of Oscar hype, too.
1930s
Big Oscar guy
Hollywood.
Cool.
I loved David Fincher hasn't done stuff in a while. You should watch the Netflix show Manhunt that he did about the FBI searching for serial killers. It's very good. Good true crime shit.
How do you follow all this Oscar talk?
Look at Anthony filling us in with the Oscar talk. I love it.
I'm online. I'm just following it. I'm on goldderby.com.
What's that?
It's where they predict, they have like odds on all the award shows.
Oh shit. Are you betting on it? Is that what's going on?
No, I don't bet on it. Maybe I will.
I think it should Vegas, baby.
I should go and bet on it in Vegas.
Bet on the Oscar winners. They take bets on everything. Come on.
Yeah, they probably would take a bet on that.
First Oscar goes to bet. All right, good stuff. That is a lot of.
Wait, what about me?
Oh, you got more? What do you got?
I said the one thing I wanted to quickly mention is that if you don't know, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous just premiered on Netflix. Another fucking series that they just pulled out of their ass.
Yes, it's a cartoon,
it's a animated series that's made for like younger people.
Yeah, they're called kids.
And for kids. And it's basically about a kid, like kind of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He beats this Jurassic Park video game and he gets a free trip to Jurassic
Camp Cretaceous.
And it's like it's pretty interesting. Like it's like a kid show, right? But it's still got an element of danger with the dinosaurs.
Did you watch the whole thing?
No, I didn't. I watched like 4 episodes. And the characters suck. Like they're so like generic characters, like Token, everybody. They got everybody in there to like, fit the demographics, and they're all just kind of like these bland stereotypes. And, that's kind of weak. And like, the story's kind of like non-existent.
How do the dinosaurs look?
The dinosaurs look pretty good. They don't look like movie quality, but it's a show. They got to pump it out, and they got to pump out like 10, how many episodes, and they can't really spend all the time doing the graphics. So
I watched the first episode of this. I didn't finish, but then I started seeing stories where something happens. Yeah, I never finished. I don't. Oh, shit. But I saw something about in the last episode, something crazy happens that is, in fact, canon to the Jurassic World.
Yeah, I mean, the Indominus Rex is in there.
Oh, wow.
Because it's in the trailer.
Yeah.
And if I know it's coming.
But it's a kid's show, so I'm watching it. I'm like, should I keep watching this? It's a fucking kid's show, but it's Jurassic World.
It is a kid's show. It's a kid's show. The characters suck, but what I like about it is that tonally, it's like watching a Jurassic Park movie. It's like the same kind of tone. It's maybe like dialed down a lot for kids, but like it's still got like dinosaurs chasing people.
Yeah.
And this and that, whatever. They're shoveling shit. They're doing all that stuff. It's not made for me.
Right.
I'm an old dude. I'm not supposed to like be into this, but I can see if a child might be into this, or somebody that loves dinosaurs could be into it.
It'll get people turned on. It'll get those kids turned on to Jurassic Park stuff.
Yeah. So that's a new series. If you want to watch it, there you go.
Check it out. There's a lot of fucking content coming out all the time now that there's no movie.
It's all about coronavirus too, right?
Yeah, everything will be about COVID-19 and all the other, I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. Stuff is starting back up, so it's going to be very interesting. That's it, Ruggs. Where can the listener find you online there?
You can find me on Twitter at ReallyRugBoy. So come by and say hello.
Give them a follow.
Give me a follow.
Visit the show notes for this episode, jockandnerd.com/348, where there is links to everything we talked about, links to Amazon Music and Manscaped and our Patreon and all the bullshit we talked about. And as always, tell a friend. Let's get geeky, everyone. Spread the word that is
Jock and Nerd.
Jock and Nerd. And invite your friends to the group. Turn them on to the show. And let's get this thing done. Thanks for listening to the Jock and Nerd podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the jock.
He's the nerd.
We'll peep you next time.
I fucking loved it.
Lame. That's a big fuck up right there.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's really good.